Hey guys, this is Mo. This is Mo Chat. Remember the other day when I was talking to you about, wanting to stay online and just report the earthquakes as they come? Because, I think I could do this all freaking day. That's how many earthquakes we have had. I mean, it's just gotten crazy, right? I mean, it's just crazy. Because when I go pull up earthquake reports for today, it's just amazing. In the United States, we have had 46 in the map area today. Okay, and that is 2.5 or greater. Pawnee, Oklahoma had a 3.3. We talked about this earlier, right? It's absolutely crazy. And don't forget about that area I told you about, Aromas, California. They had another one. Just 4 hours ago, a 1.7. Okay, I realize that's smaller than the other ones. But how about a 2.7 4 hours ago? Okay, it's been more than 4 hours since I did my last earthquake info time. But I'm telling you, I could have stayed on the entire time and told you one after the other earthquakes. One after the other. I mean, seriously. It's absolutely crazy. Vanuatu had another earthquake 2 hours ago, a 5.1. 5.1 at Sanma. Okay, Port Ulri, Sanma, Vanuatu. Okay, 5.1. 39 kilometers deep. It's out there by that North New Heybridge Trench. It seems like, now this could be just me, but it seems like a lot of the trenches are being hit. Has anyone noticed that? I mean, it's the trenches being hit. And any place that is right close to a trench, that's what's being struck. That seems a little bit odd to me. Does that seem odd to anybody else? Because here we go. Another trench is down here as well. The Tonga Trench. So close to the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu. I mean, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. And I keep looking at all these trenches that keep getting hit close to, very close to, or in that ring of fire. So much stuff going on there. And Alaska keeps getting earthquakes there too. 4s, like I've never seen before, right? Or 3s. 3s and 4s. Even Canada. Now, I'm really new to watching Canada because I really haven't done that before. I haven't paid much attention to it. But I strongly recommend that we all get on the right page, okay? Get on the same page. Because Canada is so connected to the United States as well as to Alaska. We are all part of the North continent, okay? North American continent. Canada is right above us. Our land masses are connected, and we are connected to Alaska. Huge land masses there. And with all of these earthquakes going off, and Canada has had several today and yesterday. So what is going on with that? Is the connection about to be broken? Whoops. Mo did not say that, right? But we know a lot of people are talking about this stuff, don't we? Kind of makes you wonder. And how about that Bridgeport? Bridgeport, California. A 2.8 2 hours ago? That is just to the northeast of San Francisco, okay? Very close to Mount Whitney and very close to the border of Nevada. Remember I talked about that earlier too. A lot of testing sites out there. So what is going on? A 2.8 and no one reports about it? What? Seems to me everybody would be reporting that. Bridgeport. Mammoth Lakes is a 2.8 as well. Aromas, 2.7. Bonnie Doon, California. Where is that? 2.5? Right on the edge of the coastline of Western California. Right on the edge. That in San Andreas Fault runs right through there too. What about Primo Tapia? That happened today as well. Down there by Tijuana. Okay. Mexico. 2.7. 9 kilometers deep. In Cherokee, Oklahoma, 2.8. Still going on. And another earthquake right there in Alaska. 4.3 in Sitkan Island. So what is going on with that? So many earthquakes around there. 4s and 5s, the Aleutian Trench, all close to those volcanoes. And with people talking about the global climate change and things going on, have you read a Farmer's Almanac lately? Check that out, people. Go to your grocery store and get you a Farmer's Almanac. Very interesting book. Very interesting study on the weather and stuff. They predict crop production and all that stuff. You know, someone told me that they were talking about a heavy winter coming. Now, more and more volcanoes going off, sending stuff into the air. Could that affect the global climate change? Could it? Well, of course it can. Of course it can. And what are these people talking about? This CERN and all that. What's going on with that? I mean, really. Everyone's talking about people causing earthquakes because of fracking and oil well digs and all this stuff. What? I mean, really? Okay. Mo is not being very pretty right now, and you know why? Because I think we need to get serious about what's going on. Seriously? Way too many people are talking about there's not going to be an election. We've got all these earthquakes going on. We've got fracking and oil wells and everything. We've got Russia talking about nuclear war. We've got North Korea is talking about it. We've got people mad at everybody. We've got people acting funny. So what's going on? Really? And if we get hit with a hard winter, are you ready for that? Are people prepared for that? Or are we just going to sit back and just let it happen? Whatever happens, happens. I don't know if I can go along with that thought. I feel the need every day to tell people to be prepared for what could happen. At least get a running start. Don't just hand in your bucket early, you know what I mean? At least try. I'm worried about our world today. I am seriously worried about it. People are afraid to say anything. They're afraid to talk to people. And with all these earthquakes going on, who can you believe? There are so many different pages. Wyoming, there has been earthquakes there. Did you know that a year ago in a town called White, Wyoming, it's Wright, Wyoming, Wright. Look it up. Look it up online for yourself. They had 3 pointers there last year. Yeah, in Wyoming. Now, it's a little bit of ways from Yellowstone. But you know what? I don't care. The fact is, they were pumping oil there. Mining. Coal mines. And that was a year ago. I thought we were done with doing coal mines. Okay, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I missed something along the way. But I seriously did not think there was that many coal mines still active in the United States. Last year there was. Last year there was. And there was a lot of earthquakes that went on there. As a matter of fact, the town has had 12 earthquakes in the past year. So what is going on with that? I mean, seriously, okay? What is going on with that? Look up the information yourself. Okay, don't just take Mo's word for it. Look it up for yourself. Are we really the innocent sheep here? Are we sitting back and watching this go on around us and not realizing it? So many people are talking about earthquakes everywhere, being caused by something, not just the earth. They're saying it's not just a natural occurrence. It's not just the tectonic plates. It's the stuff going on that's causing the plates to move. Explosions here, explosions there. You've got freaking tidal waves. You've got floods. You've got all kinds of stuff. Dams breaking, right? Rivers overflowing. Rivers happening where there never used to be a river. Droughts occurring when people weren't expecting that. And then you have some people say, oh, there's so much rain we can't handle it. So what is going on? And what about all these chemtrails and stuff? People are talking about us being poisoned by our own government. I mean, come on. Let's get real here. Is this really happening? Send me your comments about any of these items. Do you see this happening where you're living? I would love to do a video showing pictures. You don't have to identify yourself on the picture. Make sure there's nothing on there that identifies you as a person. Okay? Just a picture. A plain picture's all. Of changes happening near you. If you can send me something like that, and you allow me to, I would like to make a video about our world changing. Our planet Earth changing. I don't want to be someone who says, they told us so, right? But in history, throughout history, there are mentions, okay? There are people who have talked about it. Floods happening before, okay? World-ending events happened before. Before time was written down. Before they started making history. Before they started telling the old stories even. Things happened. that people talked about, and they spread that news, and they told the same story over and over. They passed it through history, right up through time to right now. And we have written documentation of the past that people were talking about this even then. Will it happen again? Is our world changing to the point where a major catastrophe could very well happen? Remember the fall of Rome. Remember Mount Vesuvius exploding and killing all of those people at one time? Remember when the people rose up and fought against Rome because Rome took everything and the people depended on them and Rome didn't take care of them? Remember that. Read your history books. Look it up for yourself. Is that what is happening now? Will history repeat itself? With all of these earthquakes, I could stay on here all night long and continue to tell you about it. I could do that. Very well, I could do that. I certainly could. I mean, because they are everywhere, okay? St. Thomas Islands, 2.7, okay? People reporting on this. Alaska, again. Kelseyville. I've never even heard of Kelseyville. Has anyone heard of Kelseyville, for heaven's sakes? 1.9 right there an hour ago. 2.8 St. John Island, U.S. Virgin Islands, okay? 2.8. It just keeps going on and on and on. Earthquakes, all over the place. Pawnee, Oklahoma, 15 minutes ago. 3.3 earthquake. When is someone going to stop these people from drilling holes into Mother Earth and causing these earthquakes? That is what's causing it. It is sure as it can be. That's what's causing it. Earthquakes all around the world. Why? Because they're drilling for oil all around the world. And what good is the oil doing us, really? Let's talk about it. Do we really need that oil? Really? I mean, why don't we put mass trans buses in every town and knock out some of the air pollution that we are being forced to breathe every day? Why don't we put mass buses that would get people back and forth to work? Wherever they needed to go, the buses could take them. And there would not be so many accidents. There would not be so much fuel loss. We wouldn't have to use all of our oil resources. And we could stop this drilling stuff. And what about gas? Gas stoves, for heaven's sakes? Who needs gas stoves anymore? We could save energy and money by using solar energy. Lots of people are doing it. Lots of people. This is Mo. And I know I'm getting carried away. I know that my emotional ranting is something that's hard for people to hear. I know that. But we're about to have a presidential election of two people that are so horrible to each other. How are they going to treat us, the American people? Are they really going to take care of us? Do they even care? Is anyone talking about these earthquakes going on? Is anyone really researching it? Get the message out there? I have seen several people on YouTube struggling to keep getting the word out there. Their channels get messed with every day. Somebody's always attacking them, or putting them down, or not sharing their information. Why is that? Why is it in today's world, all the technology that we have, all of the abilities, all of the energies in the world, we have got so many brilliant people in our world today who could fix these problems if they were given a chance. If they were given a chance. There would be no homeless. There would be no starvation. There would be no war. If people were given a chance to decide for themselves what they want. And what people want is the freedom to live without the worry of being destroyed every day. Without the worry of having everything that we've worked so hard for taken away from us. That's what people want. We don't want these earthquakes. We don't want innocent people to die so that someone else gets richer. That's not what Americans want. That's not what the world wants. When are people going to wake up to the reality of this? When? You know, I hate getting emotional. I hate feeling like I want to cry. I hate it. Our world is so beautiful. And they continually break it down. How much longer before the continents start shifting again? It happened before. Read your history. How do you think all these countries got to where they are? Huh? Australia. The United States. How do you think they all got where they are? Iceland way up there, huh? How do you think they all got there? They separated. The continents separated. They all become different places in bodies of water. You know, the earth is mostly water. Can you imagine what is under all that water? Years and years and millions of centuries of information buried underwater. Land where there used to be none. Water where there used to be none. Islands disappearing. Islands reappearing. China making their own islands. What do you think of that? People, I hope someday that everyone on this planet can get on the same page. Okay? It's not about being better than someone else. It's not about being richer than someone else. You know what it is? It's about being a whole body of the human species working together to take care of our homes, our planet, our children, our future, and to leave something behind that is beautiful and not destroyed. My emotions overwhelm me when I think of a nuclear reactor in Tennessee. Did you hear about that today? And Tennessee also had an earthquake today, too. It terrifies me to think a nuclear reactor is that close to me. Tell me what you think, people. This video has went on now for 23 minutes. And do you know why? Because Mo's heart is scared. Mo's mind is scared. I want to trust my government. But I don't know who to elect for president. I'm not sure I trust either one of them. And that scares me. There was a time when I thought I could vote for who I thought would be a good president. Now I'm not so sure anymore. Tell me what you think. Pick any of the topics that I just got through talking to you about. Send me a comment about it so we can discuss it. And I will do a video specifically about that. And I will get the links for you to study up on it yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening. Love your family. Hold on to them. Because another great friend of mine, her name is Miss Sincere. She's a prepper. A beautiful young lady, very intelligent. She told me one time, she said, Mo, tomorrow is not promised. We have to hold on to today and prepare for what we can. And you know what? That's what she's doing. That's what I'm doing, and that's what a lot of people are doing. So let's do it together. Let's do it together and hold on. This is Mo's Earthquake Info update that has turned into a rant. It's also turned into a cry for peace on Earth. Please. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Bye.